anyway, by all means go to the hospital. But one of the problems that we've already seen in this area of Queens was lots of people with very mild illness converging on the local hospital, making it very difficult for the hospital to treat those who are sicker, not from this infection in this case, but who may be sicker and who require treatment. And you cannot get swine flu from eating pork. Nationally and internationally, it's very important that we better understand the situation, particularly in Mexico, that we determine whether there are outbreaks in other parts of the country and other parts of the world, and at the national and international level, begin to discuss issues of vaccine production, which are complicated and relate to both next year's flu season and whatever may occur in the coming days, weeks, and months.
What he's not telling you is that those vaccines have 2 of the 3 DNA components, made analogous to docking stations, that this virus needs to go pandemic. So the flu mist, which you can buy at the store as a vaccination, actually is contributing to making this pandemic. And I'm going to put a link on the side of this video that you can find that information. Let's see what else he's saying.
From the New York Health Commissioner Thomas Frieden there, saying that of the some 75 or so students there in the Queens borough of New York who have been tested for exposure to swine flu, it appears that 8, maybe even 9 student specimens have probable swine flu. And they are now they have already sent some of those specimens.
Now this has been prophesied by Tom Deckard, that the H5N1 virus would go from birds to ducks to pigs and then eventually to the human being. And this is planned. This is not an accident. This has been developed elsewhere. I hope I can find it. There's a video, it's a radio show, and a truck driver's calling in, and he says that he's been delivering biological grade materials to military bases all over the United States, and that at the receiving end they take some of these trailers underground, and when they come back up, the men are completely covered in biohazardous clothing, face masks, gloves, an entire protective outfit. So this is not an accident. This is a plan by certain peoples who think that they're superior human beings, and that 90% of the world's population are a class of people known as useless eaters.
Health organization, which is overseeing the investigations worldwide. We know that Mexico has confirmed cases, now the U.S., and earlier in a conversation with one of the communications directors for the World Health Organization, it's his view that just the U.S. and Mexico are now dealing with this. Of course, we also want to hear from you. We're fielding your questions, and that we're going to be posing to a number of our experts that are going to be joining us from the WHO and even our senior medical correspondent.
The Lord already told me that He's going to protect those who have faith, and that's going to be a big difference between who's going to survive this and who's not, is your faith.